Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Llama. Today I'm bringing you Winning with Ease, yet another TvP. This time it is defending the cannon rush on Antiga shipyard. So this is where the Protoss player will come in here, drop the two pylons right there to wall in his probe so your SCVs cannot get to it. Then he will drop a cannon down here, and then of course go up here to get high ground vision, dropping pylons and cannons. So if you do pull SCVs down here to attack these pylons, he'll actually come up here, drop a pylon up here as well, so that when you kill those pylons and can get to the cannon, it's powered by up here. So that's generally not the efficient strategy. I think that's what I see a lot of players do and where they actually fail. So I'm going to actually show you the correct way, of course, to defend against this and very, very easily handle it, and then just follow up, of course, into an easy win. So really quickly, the new subscribers shout out. We do have, let's see, the 72 Project, XE Visions, WCS America, BBK Dragoon, Michael Iverson, Supashta, Sylvie 96 PZS, Isaac 0PL, and Benjamin Allen. So thank you very much, guys, for subscribing. Getting back into it, I am just going to be opening up with a 1-Rax FE. So this is just going to be gasless, very, very basic. Build order and stuff, and it's not going to be where I'm starting off with a gas and I can early pump Marauders or anything to defend against the cannon rush, or like a 2-Rax, and then I can easily deal with it a lot, or just deal with it a lot easier. I'm going to basically be preparing for just doing a 1-Rax FE, send out my SCV to go scout now. And then, just kind of continue from there. So there are things to kind of note, like, oh, hey, here I can see his probe go in here to scout, and then I don't see it for a tiny bit. I don't really want to, like, bring anything up with that. I think he actually does just come in here to scout with it, though. So yeah, he does. So if you see him bring that probe in really quickly and then run away, there's a good chance he's doing cannon rushing. There's a good chance he may be doing proxy gates, whatever it is. So here I finish this up, and now I can see this probe. You'll actually be able to see it on this map pretty well. And you can come over here and see, oh, he's got these two pylons down. What do I do immediately? I start building bunkers. I build one over here, and I build one over here. This bunker, of course, can hit anything up in this range, and this bunker right here can hit anything over in this range right here. Plus, you can get SCVs right behind it to repair that this cannon cannot hit down here. So now I'm going to continue pumping out my Marines as best I can from the bunker. Also, throw it on the supply depot, which is so huge. You want to note that I did get the orbital right here. If for some reason you feel like you don't throw the supply depot down, use this to call down extra supplies on this depot. But right here you can see he's going to go ahead and start throwing up additional stuff. He's going to throw up this cannon right here. And as soon as he does, I can then move my Marines back into this bunker, and note that these Marines can hit this right here. So this cannon can be hit. So he's going to come over here and try and throw up a couple additional cannons. I'm just going to continue to pump Marines right into this bunker. I should even be making a Marine right now. So, tiny bit. It's not even like 100% perfect. There we go. Just going to now start queuing up some Marines. Continuing to produce, I'm going to go ahead and start getting a second barracks. And just like that, he's really not going to be able to do anything, because I have it all covered. If for some reason he had a cannon over here and this was out of range, I can move my Marines over here into this bunker, set up some SCVs to repair right behind it, and be completely fine. So it's very, very easy to hold. I want to note, though, how quickly you have to kind of spot this and get over there and get moving on that. So you'll see that probe kind of pop in there generally. If for some reason you don't, and this cannon starts to go down right here, still continue to throw up your bunker right here. So for some reason you miss the probe, whatever it is, and he throws up the cannon. Build your bunker right there, always as close to this mineral patch as you can. That's the perfect distance, he'll be able to hit it. And then build your bunker over here as well, this one out of range of this one though. And then instead, once this bunker completes, you may lose an SCV or two building it, which is totally fine. Just get your Marines and rally them up here and over into that bunker right there, and then they'll be able to sit there and pick away at anything else that he tries to throw up. And then of course, that one actually, the Marines there should be able to hit this cannon. And if not, for some crazy reason, if they can't hit that cannon right there, then you're totally fine, because you can just be fine. All he'll be able to hit is right here. He won't be able to build anything up here, and then of course with this bunker right here, he won't be able to build anything additional. So here I'm going to go ahead and check down, just do a quick poke with my Marines. I see he's got cannon going up, a couple more cannons right there. I'm not going to be able to do too much with that. So what have I done back home? Well, I've continued to macro up, of course. Right now I'm just going to continue moving on to the next phase. He didn't do much damage at all right there, as you can see. In the workers, we are going to be even right there, because he was just continuing to make some probes back home, of course. But I, of course, am going to be ahead because, hey, he's just starting his cybernetics core. I've already got 3 racks down with tech labs on them. I've got a higher supply. I've got more army right here. And we both are on 2 base at this time. As you can see, he did rush out that Nexus, and of course the cannon for defense right there. So he's just going to simply be transitioning now into kind of standard play, but I do have that slight army advantage because, hey, he invested all of that over here. 3 pylons, a cannon, another canceled cannon, and I think a cannon that went down. So that's a lot of resources that he lost right there simply by trying to quickly invest into that rush. And even further, I could have gotten ahead if I put down this command center even more. So right as soon as I was like building these bunkers and started to like really do damage and know that he wasn't going to be able to do anything else because I was able to pick that off, I could have immediately gone down here and thrown down another command center. Instead, I opted to get a couple more barracks so I could get a little bit more army, get out some marauders for a little heavier push right there. But you know what, either way is completely fine, whatever you want to do. At this time I'm simply going to be taking my factory. I've double gassed, and now I'm at a very standard point where I can just start getting my stim. I can get combat shields a little bit later, and then I can grab, there's combat shields, and then I can grab concussive shells at the very end of that. So I will have it all grouped up, or timed up, I should say, to kind of finish near each other. This one will finish a tiny bit early, but once all that does finish, I will be able to have out my first set of medvacs, and then of course I can make that strong push over there as well. I'm going to be getting an engineering bay here, and of course the reasoning behind this is, A, if he's going to cheese you once, he may try and cheese you twice, so you have to be careful for things like Void Rays, you have to be careful for things like Dark Templar, and so that's just kind of, just preventative, as well as I of course can get my +1 upgrade with this as well. And now I'm going to also start adding on additional refineries because, hey, I have been making marauders out of these barracks. So it would be a good idea to go ahead and get those because I want to be able to have enough gas for when the starport finishes up to grab my double medevacs. And this, of course, is because I got the 3 upgrades, I've been getting marauders, and I am getting my +1. So because I'm using a little bit more gas, I'm going to be getting more gas out of my refineries. Just very, very basic mechanics right there. Additionally, I'm going to prepare for moving out fairly soon, I believe, as soon as I do get these medevacs, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and land that, continue with my SCV production, continue to just drop my mules, and then I do believe I will add a turret out here as well fairly soon, simply so I can just be ready in case there are DTs. And of course I will have scans ready and such in the event they just go for DT after that, but right now I feel pretty safe in knowing that I can just use scans, and then I have a ton of army, of course, to deal with anything. So I know I'm ahead, and I'm just going to continue getting ahead at this point, continue just making stuff, continue macroing up, spending my money as best as I can, continuing to make SCVs, of course, throwing down the additional barracks when I had the money. And now that I do have my medevacs out, I'm just going to go ahead and simply go for a push. Additionally, I do have my factory right here, which then I can use to kind of scout up on the high ground. I can scout into his base, see what his army composition is somewhat, and just kind of do that. So now I'm going to be taking my 3rd behind this attack, always a great thing to do, and I as well could have grabbed my infantry armor as well as an army right here, so that'd be something smart to do. I didn't exactly do it in this game because I felt pretty secure about this attack, but just kind of something to think about. And with that, I as well can supply block him by just picking off a pylon. So always be annoying if you can with the little supply blocks and such. And as well, I'm going to go for a little trickery with a drop right into the back of his base as I do stim up here in the front. So I know he doesn't have too much army, and this is going to be a very, very easy crushing of his army at this time. But in the meantime, I will go ahead and drop some units right in the back just to kind of, be annoying anyways and do a little bit of extra damage right there, whatever it is. So he tries to get out some Colossus. I'm going to be able to pick that off, and that is pretty much going to be it for him. It's just going to be a quick GG out, and that right there is how you quite easily hold the PVT cannon rush on Antiga Shipyard. So the big thing I want to note is getting out the double bunker as fast as you can. I mean, the second that you realize, hey, there's going to be a cannon rush going on, there's a probe right there. If you want to even follow that probe and you start to see him throw down those pylons right next to it, which a lot of players will do, they'll kind of put an SCV on the probe, very smart to do. You can follow him for a 2-gate or anything like that. Go ahead and do that. Watch for the 2 pylons to go down, and the second that you see him block himself in, just throw some bunkers up right up here, one up there, and then one back there, and then just start moving your Marines into them. And he'll try and push up here, but as long as this bunker is in range of that cannon right there, or one of them is, then you'll be totally fine. You can easily defend it. So my name is Mr. Llama. I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. We're able to get something out of it, and I will see you guys next time.